Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel once again, and today I am going to teach you how to build this kind of similar website without having to go through complex coding. All you have to do is to follow the procedure of this video step by step in order to be able to achieve this similar Web3 mining software. Even though you have no coding experience, I will walk you through from the beginning to hosting. In case you don't have any idea on how this free mining software works, kindly visit my previous video on my YouTube channel. I think I have this video here. I think I demonstrated and also explained how it works, but it's on polygons on a Polygon blockchain. So, and this one too, I think I also demonstrated and explained how the every single button on this website works, so you guys can watch this video or watch this one. All right, let's get started. Stage 1, VS Code. What is VS Code? In order to know what is VS Code, simply visit your browser and type VS Code. What is VS Code on your Chrome browser? You can see the full meaning, Visual Studio Code. That is VS Code. Okay, you can as well read the meaning of VS Code. We are not going to do that because it will take a lot of my time. Next thing that we want to do again is to head back to the step-by-step guide. Okay, how to download VS Code. Now do as I'm doing too. So simply go to your Chrome browser and type in at the search bar download VS Code. Alright, you can see the first link that appeared. Kindly click on the first link. Now this is the VS Code. You can see there are many specifications. If you are on a MacBook, you can simply download it here, but if you are using the Linux, you can simply download it here. But as you can see, I'm in a window, so I'm going to download it in my window laptop. So kindly tap on there. As you can see, the Visual Studio Code is downloading. I think we should wait until the download is successful. Alright guys, as you can see, the download is successfully. So kindly click on the open icon in order to open your VS Studio Code. Make sure you're paying attention to my screen. You have to select I accept the agreement. So click on it, click next, ignore this and then click next, and as well ignore this and click next. Make sure you check every single box here. Make sure you tick all of them. Now the next thing is to tap on next. After that, kindly click on install. Now as you can see, the VS Studio Code is installing, so we have to wait until the installation is successfully. The installation is successfully. Make sure to check this, then click on the finish button. Alright, see, the next thing you want to do, let's make it to cover our screen. After you have installed VS Studio Code, you can simply select the item, but for me, I normally use dark model. You can select light model, but I normally use dark model. Alright, you can see, let's head back to our step-by-step guide. Now we have successfully downloaded VS Studio Code. We have also set it up. VS Code extension to install, free tier and live server. So we have to install these two extensions inside our VS Studio Code. So head over to your VS Studio Code. You can see, locate this icon called extensions. Now as you can see, we are in an extension folder. What you have to do is to search for free tier. I think free tier. As you guys can see, this is free tier. The next thing you want to do is to tap on it and then click the tiny install button here. In order to install, click on trust publisher and install. The code is installing already. The code has successfully installed. Now let's head over to our step-by-step guide and see if we are following the. Alright, we should also install live server. Head back to your VS Studio Code and type live server. Now this is live server. So all you have to do is to tap on the installation button. Now, like usual, trust and publish. Alright, you have to observe patient, and this live server will enable us to preview our work on the Chrome browser. Alright, this is what it does. You can scroll down. It enables us to preview our coding on the live browser. I think it's already installed. Now the next thing you wanna do is to head back to our step-by-step guide. So we are done with everything on VS Studio Code. We have to follow the step 2. After downloading your VS Studio Code, the next stage is MetaMask account. How to download MetaMask extension on your PC or your laptop. Kindly go to your Chrome browser and search for download MetaMask. Download MetaMask extension. Now kindly click on the first link that appeared here. Kindly click on the button Get MetaMask. Now once you have gotten to this point, you can simply see this button Add to Chrome. So quickly tap on that, add extension. Now you have to wait until the download is full. You guys can see it's adding to my full extension. Now as you can see, MetaMask is already installed. The next one is how to create or import your already existing MetaMask. So I will guide you through on this one. Now it will automatically dilate you to here. Simply tap on get started, then take this and scroll down to the end. Now tap on the agree button. If you have a MetaMask account on your mobile phone, you can simply import the secret recovery phrase. But if you don't have any yet, you can simply create a new one. Okay, but for me, I have MetaMask account already. So what I will do now is to import my secret recovery phrase. So I will have to pause this and input my secret recovery phrase for my MetaMask account. As you can see, I have inputted my recovery phrase. So I will hit the continue button. Now I will create my password. This password will always be demanded by MetaMask each time I want to log in my MetaMask account. Make sure you tap on this. Create password. Alright. Also check this. Now click on the I agree button. Then I have successfully created my MetaMask account, and you guys could remember that we are building this website application without having to go through all this complex coding. I think we are building on BNB. What you will do is to click on your customers account and reach the network to Binance Smart Chain. To do that, you can simply locate Binance Smart Chain and click on Add. Well, if you are encountering this kind of challenges, do not panic. I will help you through. So simply cancel and kindly go back and then click on add a custom network. So make sure you are paying attention to this video. So the next thing you will do when you are at this stage is to indicate to the chain ID and do this 0x3. Alright. Now you guys can notice that they have automatically suggested a name for this chain ID. So simply tap on it and then on the symbol as well, simply click on it to add the RPC URL. So you can simply click on add. Now as you can see, the Binance RPC is currently having problem. I think that is why they want to connect. Simply go to your browser and search for. You guys can see this is where you get your RPC endpoint. Kindly click on BNB Smart Chain. Head over to Johnson RPC. Then scroll down a little bit. And you guys can see VSC mainnet. This is mainnet, okay? This is the chain ID. So you can either use any of these RPC, but for me, I normally use the second one. Let's go over and copy it. So simply Control C to copy it and head back to MetaMask. Control V to paste. What do you have? So for this one, simply add a Block Explorer URL way that you should leave it. Now add URL. As we can see, we have completed the details. So now simply save. You guys can see I've added the RPC immediately. Now head over to your Binance. You can see I'll switch my network to Binance Smart Chain, and you guys can see this is my Binance Smart Chain. I think we are done for MetaMask account. Make sure you fund your MetaMask with at least $4 and above, because we are going to use it to be performing some transaction on the blockchain. Okay, we have completed this task, so we are going to move over to the next stage. This is stage 3, minus source code, and this is what we are going to cover up in stage 3: how to get the minus source code, how to buy on seller with a 30% discount, download the zip file. This is what we are going to cover up. So kindly head over to your Chrome browser and type this. I think I have the storage. Kindly copy. Well, I will leave the store link on the description of this video. Kindly paste. Okay, this is the dashboard of the store links, and you guys can clearly see how much the BNB minus source code. So all you have to do is to tap on this, and again I have something to share with you guys. If you guys don't reside on United States, you can as well change currency. I think this is pounds. You can as well pay in pounds or in Kenya currency, Ghana, and the Nigerian currency as well, and I think South Africa too. But if all this mode of payment is not supported by your country, you can simply reach out to me on my Telegram with the link on the screen. And let me convert this to United currency, but that is the US dollar. Alright, kindly tap on the BNB source code. This is how you can purchase the code. Buy now. You can simply input your name, email, and your phone number as well. Again, this is the coupon code, and this coupon code will help decrease the price from $12.94 to 30% discount. Alright, so let's do it now. Pay attention. 60031 is the coupon code, and this coupon code you won't see it any other place than this video. Take note of this discount code. Now tap on the apply button. Now you guys can see the price have depreciated. from $12 to $9, right? So with this discount code, you can be able to decrease the price with 30%. Alright, kindly click on pay now. So guys, we have to pause this and input my credit card details in order to write this source code. Alright, once you have done with the payment, now you guys can see this means that I have done with the payment. So you can simply download the file. Your download will start in a few seconds. Okay, I think my download has started already. As you guys can see, the file is successfully downloaded. So all you have to do is to click the open icon here. This is the code. This is the source code. Now we are done with this stage 3. We have completed how to get the source code and also review the 30% discount code. And also we have downloaded the zip files. Okay, before unzip the file, how to extract the zip file to folder. So in this session, so all you have to do now is to head back to your Chrome browser, then tap on the download icon here. Now you guys can see the decentralized zip file. Simply tap on the show in folder icon that is currently displaying on the screen. Alright, this is the decentralized mining code. And all you have to do is to right click and select the option extract for. Now click on extract button. Alright, the source code have extracted successfully. You guys can notice that we have extracted the source code. This is stage 5, and this is what we have. How to import the miner folder on VS Code. 1. How to open VS Code and import folder. So this is what we are going to be doing now. So all you have to do is to scroll down to your PC over the search box and search for the VS Code that you just installed in your system. Kindly click on open, or you can select new window, anyone. So let me select new window. Now you guys can see, and this is how you can import, and this is how you can import your folder. Is either you click on the explorer icon here and then tap on import folder, or you can simply click on file and scroll down to open folder. Now remember, when you are downloading minor source code, I think it went over to the download section. So kindly click on the download section and double tap this. Now select this and click on the select folder button. Okay, as you guys can see, we have successfully imported our BNB minor source code on our Visual Studio Code. Alright, after we have imported our BNB minor source code, all we have to do is to check up on the JDC. This is what we have on stage C. How to modify, deploy, and verify your smart contract. First of all, we have to search for limit.ethereum.org. Alright, all you have to do is to head over to your Chrome browser and search by let me just click on the first link that appeared. Kindly click on that link. Now we have to wait until so you guys can see we have successfully visited this website. And this is the first message that you are going to receive the first time you are visiting this website. So all you have to do is to click accept. You can simply select any option, but for me, I normally select learning discovering Web3 development. Alright, so this is it. So let's head back to our our step-by-step guide how to set up your release environment. Now, this is what we are going to do now. So I'll walk you through on that. All right. First of all, click on done. All right. All you have to do is to click on the new file. You can name anything to your minor smart contract, but for me, I normally name minor dot. So make sure dot so is there, but you can actually name it anything. All right. Hit enter. Now we have successfully created our own space. Now let's head back to the file. So all we have to do, we have completed this. We have completed this. Now all we have to do is to head back to our vscode code in order to get our smart contract code. Now this is the file that we have here, and this is our contract code. Kindly click on it. Now this is the contract code. Now tap here to A to I highlight all the text. If you are using MacBook, you can click on Command A to highlight the whole text. Now Control C to copy the whole text. Now head back to your Chrome browser, then paste it. Now you guys can see the pop-up message. All you have to do is to go here. So this is our smart contract code, and you don't have to panic about the complexity of this coding. So I'll tell you the basic thing that you need to know in this smart contract coding. So when it comes to here, send referral and here is where you can edit your referral reward to your affiliate. As of currently is on 15%, 5 level. Okay, here is 5 level referrals. Okay, and it's currently on 15%. So I think you guys understand what it means for anyone with mining on the website. When they refer, they get 15%, which is invested by someone they refer. Alright, so they can change this to 10%. Alright, here is 5 level referrals. So it's not necessary to edit, modify that. So scroll down. Alright, another thing you should be aware of is this session. Here is where you can customize the fees you can aim from your miner or investors. You guys had it all. So as of currently, the earning fee for the owner of this website, like let's say for instance, you are the owner of this website. So this is the fees that you are going to be receiving from anyone that is mining on this website. So you can modify that to 7. Remember, the more you are modifying it, the more you're earning as the website owner. Alright. So I keep it to 7, and this 7% will be deducted from any investor that invested, and also each time they withdraw, there will be a deduction of 7% from their earning and from their deposit as well. Alright, so this take note of that. Okay, I think we are done with the modification of the smart contracts. Now is to deploy it on the blockchain. So all you have to do is to scroll down here. So this is the compiler icon. Kindly tap on it. The next thing you should do is correspond with the number here. So all you have to do is to click here and scroll down until you find the exact version of this code. Remember 0.4.26. Alright, I think I have found it already. Now this is a 0.4.26 commit. The next thing you want to do is to optimization. Enable optimization. Now bring the arrow down. Now kindly click on compile my So you guys can see the smart contract has already been compiled and verified. There is no issue. So the next thing you want to do is to click on the deploy and launch transaction. We are about to deploy the smart contract code. Now, the first thing you should do is to select here and select injected provider MetaMask. And your MetaMask will automatically pop up. Here, I think you should click on edit account. Select the account that you want to connect with. Okay. So I want to connect with my EVM chain and click connect. I think I'm connected already on my BNB. Alright. Remember, I'm learning this on BNB testnet, but just for the sake of this video, I'm learning it on BNB testnet. Alright. So the next thing that you are gonna be doing is to ignore this, and make sure your file is on big pizza minor disk. So, alright. Now the next thing you will do is click deploy. Now you will notice your MetaMask pop up. Okay. So just click on confirm. Alright. Now you guys can see that the transaction is already confirmed on the blockchain. So we have to tap on the MetaMask transaction. So this is our smart contract we created. Alright, you guys can see there is a payment on the blockchain. Kindly click on your smart contract address. This is your smart contract address, okay, for the mine source code. Alright, so let's head back to the step-by-step guide. As you guys can see, we have successfully completed this one, how to modify and deploy your miner smart contract. So we have successfully explained and modified our smart contracts. Another one is how to verify your smart contract on the EVM blockchain explorer. So this is the current one that we are going to be doing. Okay. So let's head back to our VS stand. How to verify your smart contract is simply click on the contracts here. Now you will see, are you the contract creator? Verify and publish. Now this is what you will do. Click on the verify and publish. Now this is your smart contract address. It is here by default. So kindly and go on the next input field. Simply select single file solidity. Please select compiler version. Remember your compiler version was 0.4.26 commit. Okay, so select 0.4.26 commit, which is on the smart contract. Go down, please select open source license type. Now, when it comes to this page, you simply go back to your Ethereum. So to know to know the license of your smart contract, you can simply scroll up on. Now, please select open source license. Simply select no license. I agree to the terms and conditions. Complete. Now, the next thing that you want to do now is to verify and publish. Alright, so let's take this gradually. Now, this is the session 2. Enter the solidity code below. They say that you should enter the solidity code below. All you have to do is head over here and Control A to highlight the full code, Control C to copy. Now you have to copy this code and head back to the blockchain and then Control V to paste the code. This is where you are going to paste the code, okay? Now let's scroll down. Remember, you enabled optimization on your Lumis Ethereum, so here should be yes, here should be 200. I think you should ignore this. This, yeah, we selected no license here. Now all you have to do now, if this is not checked, you can simply check. Now click on verify and publish. Now we have to wait until this is the loading is done. Now you guys can see we have successfully generated a match byte code and API for contract address, and also we have successfully verified our smart contract. Alright, we have simply completed this. Okay, so the next one is open trade. Now we need to open our smart contract in order to be able to in order to be able to start making money with it, and also it will enable people to be able to buy mine on the front end. So all you have to do after verifying your smart contract is to head over here and click the smart contract. Now to open trade, simply and head over to write contract and scroll down. Now simply locate open kitchen. This is how we can open our trade. So locate this option here, open kitchen, and then click on it. Remember, you can input any amount here, but I recommend you should put $2 or up to $3 and above PNG. You can input more than that. The more you put, the higher you make money. So the first thing you should do is to connect your MetaMask wallet, that the same wallet that you use to deploy this code. Simply click on OK, select MetaMask. Remember, the same wallet that you deployed with on the limits. Okay, so you have successfully connected the wallet. Okay, but for the sake of this video, I'll put small amount of BNB 0.001. That's it. Now kindly click on the light contract. Now you can see there is a pop-up here. All you have to do is to click on the confirm button. Since the transaction is confirmed on the blockchain already. After you are done with this session, let's head back to our step-by-step guide. Now you guys can see we have completed this one. Okay, so we are heading over to stage 7. Okay, stay tuned. Alright, this is page 7. Look at what we have here. Connect smart contract address to front end. How to copy your smart contract address. So this is what we are gonna be covering on this session. Okay. Now head back to your blockchain, and this very contract here is your smart contract address. Simply copy, hit the copy icon and copy it and head back to your vscode. Okay, head back to your vscode code and locate the JS folder and tap on it. Click on this JS file. Now as you guys can see, smart contract detail here. You can replace this with your own miner contract address. So I have simplified it in such a way you won't get lost. Okay, all you have to do is to highlight it, then click Ctrl V to paste the address, the smart contract address that you just copied. So replace it with the initial one that is here before. Okay, I think we are done with stage 7, and stay tuned. So guys, welcome to stage 8. If you manage to reach here, make sure to subscribe to my channel. So this is what we have here: JS file modification. We will cover everything needed to be modified in order to work perfectly as your own mining dApp. All right. So when you get to this point, all you have to do is to head over to your VS Studio Code. Then when you head over to your VS Studio Code, you guys can see we have successfully replaced it with your own smart contract address. So the first thing you should do before we get started is to head over to your index.html. try to type something now. The moment you got this, now head over to the down. You will see this icon, go live. Simply tap on the go live icon. It will enable us to preview our code in the Chrome browser. And again, if your website didn't show on the Chrome browser, all you have to do is to copy this link. Okay, Control C to copy, and then head over to your Chrome browser. All you have to do is to Control V to paste and click enter. Now, as you can see, this is the website. Okay, so we're going to be editing the JS file. So this is how the website looks. Everything we are going to edit it on the Visual Studio environment. So we head over to our JS folder and hit the file, JS file, index JS file that is there. The next thing is to scroll down. I think you should collapse this and collapse this. Okay. Now the next thing you should do is to scroll down. All right. As you can see, guys, I'm running this on a BNB testnet. So this, when you get to this point, here is where you can simply change the RPC provider to whatever EVM blockchain that you are making use of. Okay, as you can see, we are. This is currently on the BNB mainnet, as you guys can see. So I'm running this code on a testnet. So if you got this thing, there is no need to do this. Actually, I'm running it to the BNB testnet, so I will comment on this code with these two signs. Then I'm on comment on this one. This is the chain ID for testnet. Okay, you guys can see it at the corner here, testnet BNB. Here, this comment, change this to the corresponding EVM blockchain. Alright, when you come to this place, you can see the testnet BNB smart chain is currently comment. Okay, and it is active on BNB mainnet. Okay, so as you guys can see, making use of the BNB testnet, so I will have to comment the mainnet BNB and then on comment on the BNB testnet. Okay, now the next thing you will do is to scroll down, and when you come to line 405, here is the web3 modal container that enables users to connect their wallets. Okay, let me show you what I mean by this container, this design here. As you guys can see, when you head over to your Chrome browser, when you try to connect, as you guys can see, you can see the container color. And if you want to change the background color of this container, kindly head to your Visual Studio Code. Now, this is the current background. Now, I want to change it to blue. Maybe you want to change it to blue. Okay. Now, after that, hit Control Save. Alright, we have successfully hit Control Save. Let's head over to our Chrome browser. Now, this is our Chrome browser. We try connect. As you guys can see, the appearance have turned to blue. Okay, so you want to even exchange the over effect. As you can see, if I'm overlaying is something like brown color. So let's head back to our Visual Studio Code to change the over effect. Over here, the note over. You can as well change it to any color, maybe be it green. So let's hit Control Save. Now head back to the phone. So let's try connecting. Now you guys can see the hover have turned to green. Okay, the same way I change this, you can change the color of the text. Okay, so let me just highlight that. So this is where you can change the color of the text. Okay, and as well the border, you can as well change it here, and as well the text. I will undo this with Control Z to return to normal color. As you guys can see, I think it has returned to normal color. So this is how you can edit your Web3 model container. So the next thing you want to do on the test is to scroll down. When you come to line 484, okay, another important thing you need to change is the chain ID to correspond with the EVM blockchain you are using. All right, when it comes to here, like I told you guys, I'm running this on a BNB testnet. As you can see, I'll simplify it for you guys. this this chain ID is simply on testnet. And when it comes to this one, if you are making this on a BNB mainnet, you can simply uncomment this by cancelling the two signs, then comment on the testnet. Okay, but for the sake of this video, I'm running this on a BNB testnet. Okay, Control Z to redo. So another thing you should bear in mind, also change the pop-up light up to your corresponding blockchain that you deploy on. Just let's take for instance, this is on BNB testnet. So as you can see, this dot notify, please connect your wallet to testnet BNB smart chain. So I have simply set it to BNB testnet. There is no need for me to edit this. But if you are running this on a BNB mainnet, I think you should kindly comment on this. Then head over here, comment this one, because this one, same only the difference here is that this one doesn't has testnet, but this one has testnet. Okay, but for the sake of this video, we are running this on a testnet PNB smart chain, so I will on. Right, the next thing you wanna edit, modify this code is scroll down. Now when you come to line 519, here is another place you should take note. Okay, when it comes to this side, all you have to do is to head over here. As you can see, this commented code is on the BNB mainnet. Okay, if you are making this on a BNB mainnet, you can uncomment this. But if you are running this on a testnet BNB smart chain, okay, you can simply comment this, then you can come here to augment this. But I'm running this on a BNB testnet. Okay, all right. So we should leave it with this. Another thing you wanna edit is now when it comes to this place, line 554, replace this BNB address with your own BNB wallet address. Let's take for instance the BNB wallet address that you deploy your smart contract with. Go to your Chrome browser extension. Now head over to your BNB MetaMask. Alright, as you guys can see, we've successfully logged in. If you deploy your BNB mainnet, you can simply copy your BNB address and replace. But for the sake of this video, I'm running this on a BNB testnet. Okay, so I'll head over to my BNB testnet. Now, as you guys can see, this is my BNB testnet wallet. So I will simply copy this. Okay, and head back to my Visual Studio environment. Then highlight them. Control V to replace the initial BNB wallet address that is here. Again, if when you come to line 579, you can set up the minimum miner investments here. So what this means is that this 0.02 BNB is the minimum investment for your investor to start earning on this platform. So let's take for instance on the Chrome browser. Let me try to connect. As you guys can see, I've successfully connected to my wallet. This is how it looks. So let me take for instance, I want to invest. I didn't have enough funds, and this you guys can see my wallet. This is the funds, the balance that is on my MetaMask account. Okay, as you guys can see, 0.006. So this track the balance that is in your MetaMask account, and this is the funds that is on the overall smart contract which we have created. Okay, and this miner it has not been initiated because I haven't invested yet. Okay, so when it comes to this input, let me take for instance I want to invest 0.001, and this is not the minimum. The minimum should be 0.002. Okay, well let me take for instance 0.001 and try to buy miner. So you guys can see minimum deposit limit is 0.02 BNB. Okay, so this is the minimum limit, and I try to input this. So let's fix that. So head over to your Visual Studio environment. As you guys can see, let me try input 0.001. So Let me edit it now. And if you manage to edit this, make sure it is corresponding with the same balance that is here, which is 0.01 as well. 0.01 as BNB. Okay, you are done. Make sure to hit Control S to save your work. Okay, now let's head back to our Chrome browser, and now let's try to invest 0.00. And you guys can, I didn't have that much funds, so let me try to click on mining. As you guys can see, there is MetaMask pop-up. So if I want to invest it, I should kindly tap on confirm, but I'm not gonna initiate this contract. Okay, so I will simply hit on cancel. But if I want to invest, once I hit confirm, it will show that I have automatically bought a contract. By the way, I left a video where I demonstrated and explained how this contract works. As you guys can see, it corresponds with the minimum transaction is rejected because it cancelled. Okay. Another thing again is to head over to our visual environment. And another thing you might want to edit over here is to scroll down. All right, when it gets to here, you can set up the minimum invest at your own choice, and this is line 610. Okay, so when it gets to here, let's take it over to the browser. Let's take, for instance, your investor has already initiated miner in this website. This place is the place that their earning will be showing. Okay, the investors can reinvest their earnings. As you can see, the minimal investment is 0.0002 BNB. So if the earning is up to this, they can reinvest the whole earning once they tap on this button. Okay, so let's try to modify that. So head over to your Visual Studio environment. As you can see, you can simply cancel this and leave it to 0.03. And if you manage to modify this to your own expectation, I think you should do the same with this one as well. Make sure it is corresponding with this one as well. Now scroll down. Another thing that you should bear in mind when you come to line 660, here is the notification message pop up for copy button. Let me show you. When you head to your browser, when you try to copy, as you guys can see, this copy message that sends here, you can simply modify this to your own expectation, the color, the background. Okay, so let's head over to our Visual Studio environment. So let's take, for instance, that I want the color of the background to be green. All right, let me just type green. Okay, so and hit Control C. Well, important information. If you are tired of clicking Control S often and often, you can as well set auto save on your visual by just clicking on the setting icon here. Head over to setting. Now, when you go to this place, you can see auto save. Okay, simply hit here and select of costing. Head back to the JS folder. Okay, now this is the JS folder. So we have managed to change the color of this. Okay, so let's head back to our browser and see if it's work or not. Let's try copy. As you guys can see, the color of the background is the same way you change this. You can also change the text. All right, the text color. Okay, now this is the text color. You can choose the text to be white. Now I think I changed the color to the white. Now you can simply tap on Control Save. All right, now try to copy. You see, the text was yellow, so there. Now, as you can see, the text has changed to white color. Okay, all right. I think we are actually done this JS file. All right, so we have to head over to session 9. Thank you for watching.
Make some money.
Welcome to stage 9. This is what we have here: HTML file modification. We will cover every necessary things needed to be modified in order for the front end to fit your expectations. Okay, let's get started. Visual Studio environment. Now locate index.html. So this is our HTML file. So the first thing that you should do, make sure that you are live. Okay, in order to be previewing our website. Okay, this is our website. Now, as you can see on the top search bar, you can see that we have DMB extractor. Now, you want to change the name, like the title of your website over here. Simply head back to your Visual Studio environment. Now, head back to the title at line number 14. Now, kindly change this to your own name. It might be your domain or your website name. Simply do the just for instance now. State Control Z. I think we should go with this now. Let's head back to our browser and see if there is a change. As you guys can see, this have simply the title of your website have simply changed to Tom Extractor. Okay. So another thing you should be aware of when it comes to changing your website interface. Let's say for instance, I know many of you might want to change the logo of the website to your own branded logo. All you have to do is to head back to your folder. This is the folder where you downloaded this code from and imported it on your Visual Studio. Simply click on this and the BNB miner. Now head to image. Okay. So as you can see, this is the logo that is currently showing on this. Okay. Remember, this folder is the folder that you imported on your Visual Studio environment. Okay. So you want to change the logo of your website. So I think I have a logo that I want to integrate it on this website. Now, as you can see, I want to import this logo to the miner website. All I have to do is to like click, then copy and head back to the folder. Let me import the image that I just copied. I will simply paste it here. As you guys can see, I've pasted the image. Okay, let me just rename this. Okay, so I will simply rename it now. Time to now hit enter. Okay, now when you head to your website, as you can see, there is no more logo here. Okay, now to input your logo brand, you can simply minimize this and make sure that your logo brand is the dimension is often the height and width is often at the same 500 s 500 in height. Okay, so this is the logo that I want to put. Okay, so I will kindly rename this to the previous name. Our logo is answering. Simply cancel this to hit enter. Alright, let's head back to our Chrome browser. As you guys can see, I've imported this logo on website and you guys can see it's ready. Okay, now the next thing that you might want to change is the text. This text that is on our website. Okay, so all you have to do is to head to your HTML. Okay, now scroll down. But before we edit the text, if you want all these charts wig, like maybe you want your website to have a small message chat wig that appears here, you can simply visit talk to. All right, let me just talk to. I think this is the website. Make sure you have an account with this website, and this website will be able to give you a JavaScript snippet to integrate on your coding pseudo environment. So I think they are the one that gave me this code. Okay, once you have managed to create an account with them, once you have managed to create an account with them, then you can get the chat week. Okay. Now, but this is not that necessary. Comment on this code, simply highlight, and then hit Control this time. All right. We have successfully commented on this. Remember what we are trying to replaces the write-up that is on this website over here. Okay, head back to your coding, scroll down. All right, this is the top header logo. Can replace with your own logo, but we have successfully do that on the file, so there is no need of tracing it. Just follow the process that I taught you previously. All right, as you can see, this is the text. Okay, let's take for instance, I want to edit this BNB to Ethereum. Okay, all right, let's head back to the website and see if it works or not. Now, as you can see, here was BNB. We managed to change it to Ethereum. Okay, this is how you can modify this text. Okay, all right, so let's return things to normal too. You can simply hit Ctrl Z to return things to normal. Okay, so let's scroll down and see the next step. Let's scroll down. All right, this is contract. You can as well exchange it with your own laptop, and over here you can as well edit it the same way I modified the laptop over here. Okay, so you can see this is the general funds, and this indicate the wallet balance, and here when someone invested, the miner will appear here, so you can edit all of this. Okay, you can edit it, you can see the BNB and this, and you can see the total miner. You can as well change the text to your own satisfaction. Now scroll down. Another thing is the button, the text on the buy miner button that is over here. You can simply also change this miner to your own satisfaction. Maybe you want to include buy miner. Okay, Control save, Control S. Now when you head back, you can see the buy miner buy is as included. Okay, this is how you can edit the text on the button as well. Now when you come to the next thing is here, you can as well change it to your own satisfaction. Here is where it's located on the code. You can simply change it to your own text, just like I have removed you. Now it will only remain reverse. This is how you can change it. Okay, all right. Now the same way you can change the button of reinvest to your own text, and also the withdrawal button, which is on the website, so you can change all of this to your own satisfaction. Now scroll down, the referral link. Okay, the referral link which appears on the website, you can as well change it to your own text, and also the light up, you can as well change it. This is the light up, you can as well change everything. Now scroll down. Now over to the static rewards. Over here, you can as well change every text to your own satisfaction. Okay, so by simply editing the whole of this, let's take for instance, I want to edit over to the daily return 3.25%. All right, just simply cancel this and light up. Now you guys can see it will automatically be edited 3.55. So the same way I edited the text, you can edit others. Okay, another thing is to scroll down. Now over to this white paper. This is my white paper link. Maybe you have created a white paper, you can replace it over here. Simply let me open the white paper so you can actually see what I mean. So this is where the link integration for the white paper. Now to replace the white paper, as you guys can see, I've integrated my BNB white paper. This is how my own looks. And to create white paper, you can simply go to your browser and type th, okay, and hit enter. So this is the same way I created my own white paper. You can simply copy, copy, and create your own, okay, and paste and then publish to create your own white paper. All right. So all we have to do is to head back to the Visual Studio Code. Simply replace this link with your own white paper. Okay. Now scroll down. Here is line 478. Here is where you can actually replace your Telegram group or channel link so your investor can join. So as you can see over this link, you can replace it with your own Telegram group link. Okay. As you can see on the website, this is the link that is connected to this website. As you can see, this is the link of my Telegram group for this website. Okay. All right. Another thing that you want to edit is to head over to the Visual Studio Code, scroll down. All right. When you come to this line 495, here is the icon vs.com where you can simply replace your minor contract address. Use this format, okay? All you have to do is to highlight this address and replace it with your own mining smart contract address. Right? Simply go to your blockchain and copy your smart contract code and replace it with this one, okay? All right. Now scroll down. When you come to line 510, here is Twitter icon where you can replace the link of your miner Twitter account. All you have to do is to right click the whole link at the edge left and stop here. Replace it with your own Twitter link profile. Another thing you want to edit is scroll down to line 522. Here is the Telegram icon where you can replace the link of your own miner Telegram group. So you can simply edit it by replacing this with your own Telegram group link. Okay. So once you have managed to replace that, every link on the button, even your Twitter will be linked to this, and your Telegram also will be linked to this, and your Binance blockchain dashboard will be linked to this. Okay. So the next thing is to edit the email. All right. If you already have an email, you can simply head over here and integrate this at line 535. Here is the email icon where you can replace the link of your minor email account linked to the example mail to. So you can simply click here and replace it with your own email. Okay. Now the same way you have changed the creator icon, the same way you can as well change the whole text that is here by just scrolling down to modify the whole text that is here. Okay, the whole of this text. So when it comes to price pool, now you can head back. As you can see, this is on his own color, his own personal color. You can as well modify the color by just changing the initial color that is over this little style. Okay, let me just change it to green, lemon green. Control S to save our work. Now you can see, scroll down. Now you can see this have automatically changed to green in color. All right. Now close. Another thing you should want to change on your Visual Studio Code. Scroll down. Replace our website domain link to your own domain link. Okay. When you come to line 592, you might want to, if you have already secured a domain, you can simply highlight this and replace it with your own domain that you just secured as In as much as you have modify, you can also do the same here to be corresponding with each other. Okay. Another thing you might want to edit is when you come to line 600. This is where you will replace the Telegram admin username and put your own Telegram username. Okay. In case you are an admin, a Telegram group chat that you just created, you can as well come here and modify this to your own Telegram username. Okay. Now you can paste it here and as well correspond with it here. You can simply change it here as well. Make sure it corresponds with this. All right. I think we are done with the modification over here in the HTML file. We can simply ask for this. Now you might want to change the background color of this website. Now, to change the whole background of this website, simply head over to your Visual Studio environment. Okay, when you get to your Visual Studio environment, locate the CSS file. This is the CSS folder. Now, when you tap on the CSS folder, locate the main.css file. Okay, now to change the background of your website, like I told you, when you head back to your folder, go to download at the decentralized the code that you just extracted, double tap, that's where double tap and head to image folder, double tap. Now as you can see, I've included over like 4 images. I've made like over 4 background available. You guys can see the background one. This is the initial background that is currently showing. You can see the background 2 and you can see the background 3. Okay, so let's try to change the background. Before we do that, I want to tell you something as well, and you guys can see the dimension of this. The width is over 3000 pixel and also the height is as well as 3000 pixel, and so as the order is. In case if you want to import your costume background, you can simply send the your costume background. Make sure it has this aspect ratio 3000 width and also 3000 height in order to correspond with what we are doing. So let's head over to our Visual Studio environment at the main.css folder. Over in the line 89, here is the style code to edit the background color by simply replacing the image. So all you have to do when you come to here, remember we have background 2, background 3, and 4. Let me just cancel this one and then it and put 2. As you can see, there is a already image with background 2 and click Ctrl S to save our work. Now head back to the browser. As you guys can see, the whole background just changed to blue. Okay, and this website is also mobile responsive. Okay, as you guys can see, when I do this mobile responsive, okay, as you guys can see, this is how it will look on the mobile screen. It's so beautiful on the mobile screen as well. Let's return to our normal screen. So this is how to change the background. And maybe you want to include the background tray. So again, this is the background tree because I have made the background available. Okay. All right. So this is the background tray. You can as well leave it to this background. All right. I think we have completed our task for this session. See you on the next session. To host this website on the domain, you can simply create an account with Hostinger. So I have an Hostinger account, so I will use the Hostinger for demonstration. By the way, this video is not sponsored by Hostinger, right? Now, click on Hostinger. You have to wait until the loading is done. Now, as you guys can see, we are on the Hostinger website. You can simply get your domain. This is how you can get your domain. So you can simply click on choose plan. So I normally go for this one. I think it's less affordable for me. It also has the whole function that it, okay. So you can go for this cheaper one. If you have enough, you can as well go for this second one. I already have a hosting account already, my account. So I will log in my account, alright. I will post the main thing. So we have to verify this. Okay. Now this is my dashboard for hosting that. You guys can see this is the domain that I have currently. So I will just make use of one domain. So let me make use of this domain. Don't have domain, you can simply get a new domain by buying extra one domain. Okay, so this is a domain. Let me spare one of my domain for the sake of this video. So I'll click on manage domain. So this is how you can as well host your website on the internet. Okay, all you have to do is to manage sites. Now, when you come to this extent, all you have to do is to click on File Manager. Remember, we have edited the whole thing that we needed to edit on VS Studio. Now, when it comes to File Manager, you can see this is what you will see. Get into the public HTML. We have managed to delete the whole thing that is under public underscore HTML folder. So to import your own BNB miner folder. All you have to do is to head to your folder tab. Now locate your download session. Remember, this is the folder that we just extracted from this. So we have to click it, double tap. Now I think we should go back. Okay. Now this is the folder. This is the folder that you are gonna be importing on your host. Try to tap it and then right click. Once you have right click, compress it to zip file. You have to compress it to the zip file. So, all right, as you guys can see, we have compressed it to zip file. Now, head back to your Chrome browser. Now, to import your folder here, your BNB miner folder, you can simply tap on this type upload. Now, click on upload file, select file. Now, remember, head back to your download, double tap and then select this file that you just compressed. Now tap on the open button. As you guys can see, the folder is currently loading, so we should wait until the folder loads. Code has successfully loaded. Okay, all you have to do is to right click. Okay, tap on the code and right click, then select the option extract. Okay, you can name anything to your folder. You can name it anything. Okay, VMP. All right, and tap on extract. All right, once you have named it, double tap, also double tap. Now this is our file. All you have to do is to click on this and select multiple icon. Now select the whole file that you see, even the folder and also the file. Let's select. Now once you have selected it, kindly click on the file, right? All you have to do is to select this file that has two dots, select it and then tap move. Now as you can see, we have successfully moved our file, but I think there are also more file there. So you have to click on this folder and this file. We have to also move the file. Simply right click and click on select the same folder, the two dot folder. Now, after moving the file, there is no more file, the BNB minus source code. All you have to do is to right click and delete the BNB minus source code folder. Okay, it delete. Now we have successfully deleted. Another thing you should do is to select the folder that is here. Okay, by clicking on the select multiple icon, select, 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 select. Right? All you have to do is to click on the file icon. Now select at the two dots um, folder and then click move. We have succeeded to move our folder out of this random folder that we just created. Now it remains this file as well. Now simply click on it and move and select the same option, then move. All right. You can delete this code if it's not of use anymore. You can delete it, and as well you can delete this folder. There is nothing else in there. Now you can simply highlight and then click on delete icon to delete it. Now this is our website. As you can see, this is the folder that we needed. Okay, so it's currently ready. Now all you have to do is to head back to your hosting that dashboard. As you can see, this is the domain that I'm using. This domain here, we have successfully imported our file on the file manager. All you have to do is to simply tap on this link. So you guys can see our website is already hosted and it's currently loading. As you guys can see, congrats, you have successfully host your website on your own domain name. All right. So anyone around the world can actually access your website with this domain, and they can actually connect their BNB wallet to invest on your website. All right, I think we have succeeded to complete this session. How to get hosting service with your own domain name. We will cover how to host your minor website online. So we have successfully did it already. So there is no need of panicking. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.